How we doing, guys? Moose here. Welcome back to episode number 68 of our West Ham United career mode. We're starting things off with a matchup against Manchester City. We're obviously coming off the back of a 3-0 victory against AC Milan, our first ever Champions League match. So we are in really good spirits here, going away to the Etihad Stadium, coming out and looking to really come away with what should be a victory, but in a tough circumstance. Man City have come out to a really struggle to start the season. Only 6 points from 5 matches. We've got 10 from 5, which leaves us a few points adrift of Arsenal, but we'll actually go up to second if we do win this match, because we got a match in hand. And I mean, look at the lineup they're coming out with. They've had to rotate the team a bit, but they still have Aguero, De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling in the lineup, Joe Hart in goal, Otamendi and Mangala in defense. So really, really solid team that we're going to have to watch out for, even though some positions are significantly rotated at this point in time. But we're coming out with, I mean, look at this team. 4-4-2. We're getting our wingers in. Teo and Antonio are going to be on the wings. Roberto and Pietro, our best central midfield combo. Dybala and Lacazette linking up top. And Keontae's having to come in central defense just because of injuries and the like. So he'll be in central defense. We'll see if he can do a job. And early on, he does let Aguero get in behind himself, unfortunately. But Aguero does sky it just over the top of Jackie Butland's net. We come forward now in the 7th minute now with our first chance on the attack. Aaron Cresswell does really well to skip around Patrick Roberts, the former Fulham man, as Cresswell whips in looking for Lacazette, and that was a signal of intent from us very early on. We come forward now with Teo striking forward with the ball here in the 12th minute. He plays the ball through to Paulo Dybala. Can this be the moment? Paulo Dybala. It's that guy Dybala again. He is in sensational form to start the season. I think he has 8 goals in 9 matches. Or 9 in 10, something absurd right now. That's his 5th goal in the Premier League in just our 6th match. So he is scoring goals for absolute fun. Of course, he's got the hat trick against West Bromwich Albion. Now he's got another one here. He's just in unbelievable form. He scored against AC Milan. He's scoring goals for fun. He scores when he wants. He scores when he wants. Paulo Dybala, he scores when he wants. So great goal, and we are 1-0 ahead. But Man City, not to be outdone, they do come back together with De Bruyne whipping the ball for Aguero, who is tipped over the bar. His chance by Jack Butland. What a save that turns out to be to keep things as they stand and give us that 1-goal advantage yet again. But Aguero with yet another chance as he rips this along the floor, and Butland does make a really good save. But we come forward here with the ball on the counterattack. He looks to roulette around Clichy, and Clichy's gone through the back of Dybala. He's gone down, clutching his knee, and this does not look good. My word, Dybala's gone down. Clichy runs over the top of him too like an absolute mug. Send him off. He's scum. Get him out of here. He's only been given a booking by the referee, and Dybala's going to have to come straight off. The stretchers come out. He's being taken off without putting any pressure on his leg. They've had to stretch him off. He's holding that knee. He looks in absolute distress, and Masana's going to have to come on for our Argentine superstar. And we look at the challenge again. It's absolutely disgraceful. He's gone straight through the back of Dybala, goes down clutching his knee, and we're going to have to wait until after the match, till the scans get completed, to see kind of what impact we are having. But we can see with Lacazette missing a golden chance to put us up and double our advantage 2-0. We can see missing Dybala is going to be absolutely crucial to our season, because he was in sublime form. He's been scoring goals for fun from range, from in tight, from any sort of opportunity he's been scoring. And so we really, really need just his composure in front of goal, unfortunately. But a couple of really good plays, a couple of nice tackles to keep the ball away. One final chance on Butland here late in the first half, but he does make the save and clears it away. We get into the second half now. 64th minute, Aguero yet again trying to create chance. He's been there, real ignition in the center of the park for Manchester City, creating chances left, right, and center, but he's not able to get anything. There's a lovely block by Ogbonna. We come forward now with Masana playing a fantastic 1-2 with Christian Teo. He goes through. He's been brought down by Nicholas Otamendi, I believe it was, and it is going to, no, Zabaleta, excuse me. He's going to be booked, and we have won a penalty with Masana. Lacazette now looking to step up and take it. He hadn't scored for 6 straight matches, but the 7th time is finally the charm, and hopefully that penalty will be the goal that gets him off the snide. Lacazette with his first goal in 7 matches. It was a bit worrying. He put enough power behind it that Joe Hart couldn't get the save, and it is his first goal in the Premier League. Obviously, he had 10 goals in 13 matches last season in the Premier League. So we need him to start replicating that form, especially as we wait and hear the severity of any Dybala injury. But Aguero yet again stopped by Jackie Butland here. And late on, we have a couple more chances. Lacazette going through on a fantastic ball played by Aaron Cresswell. He skips inside defense, lays off to Masana, who hits it first time. But unfortunately, it looked like he would have scored, but it doesn't test Joe Hart's goal. And one final chance for City as they roll the dice. Ball in, and Ogbonna with yet another stupendous block. Fantastic from him. He's going to actually win our Moose's Mighty Hammer Player of the Match. Gets 3 points in our Player of the Season voting for a sublime performance at the back. He was an absolute man mountain, a rock. Huge blocks in front of goal. We saw a couple of them there in the highlights. So he will win our Man of the Match. 2 Moose's Mighty Hammer points for Jack Butland, who also was fantastic in keeping out Aguero. They really tied up together. As you can see, City dominated possession, dominated shots on target, but we come away with the victory. And then 1 Moose's Mighty Hammer point for Miralem Pjanic, who I thought was again fantastic in the center of the park, as he has been lights out all season. He's been so good for us, so we have to give him the credit he deserves. But the real story and what we're all waiting to see is what is the situation with Paulo Dybala. He went out very, very early, 30 minutes in, and we did not hear from him. We took him straight to the hospital, sent him back to London for some scans to see what his status is. Oh my God, and his devastation for the West Ham United fans. I don't even know. There's not even words for it. The fans are just going to be so disappointed. Dybala, we know, is going to be so disappointed. And we're going to talk about it here in our next edition of Hammer's Headlines. Next man up front. Alexander Lacazette may have broken his duck at just the right time. The French striker scored for the first time in 7 matches as he buried a penalty in the 2-0 win against Man City, and he may be relied upon to be the man yet again as he was on the run-in last season. BPL third top scorer from last season and joint top scorer early this year, Paulo Dybala, was taken out through a disgraceful tackle from Gael Clichy. He should be absolutely suspended. Manager Moose is going to have some strong words for the FA about that, and was stretchered off clutching his knee, with post-match scans indicating that the Argentine had damaged his anterior cruciate ligament and he'd require surgery that would see him likely missing the remainder of the season, maybe coming back in May at the earliest. Are the Hammers' chances to compete for the BPL title in the Champions League gone now? Please let us know in the comments below what you think of this horrible, horrible turn of events. But in spite of that, we will have to continue with the season. You know, it's man down. Somebody else has to step up. Masana is now really going to get his chance. Rondon's still out with an injury that he picked up in his first ever appearance for the club. So we only have 2 fit strikers here, Masana and Lacazette, and they're both going to get a chance to link up together. We're coming out in our diamond yet again against Hull City here at the Bowling Ground. So we are going to return home and see how things can turn out. Of course, Hull's off to a decent start. They're in 8th position in the league, 9 points from 6. We're second with 13 from 6, and we can go joint top with Arsenal if we are able to win here. In the lineup, we see Oxford come into the center of the park alongside Ogbonna. Noble, Chiante actually come in. Lanzini's going to play in that cam role behind Masana and Lacazette, just due to, you know, fitness and having to rotate the squad, because we have another huge Champions League match coming up next week against PSV, so we've had to rotate. We will see former West Ham United player Mohamed Diame, of course, in that Hull City lineup that we'll have to contend against. The danger man is going to be Sonny Aluko. They got some guys with fantastic names, Baumgartlinger, Huddlestone, so we'll have to watch out for them as well. But early on, really good chance for Masana, and that's what we're missing. Dybala certainly would have finished that. He's clinical, and a second chance now for Masana. Minutes later, I mean, what can you say? It was a fantastic effort by the youngster, but he does come off the post, and so that's 2 early chances that you might say Dybala would have finished, but our youngster Masana is not able to score, and Hull City come the other way on the counterattack and make us pay. It's turned in by that danger man I mentioned, Sonny Aluko. He's clinical in front of goal, and that's what we were missing at the other end with Fabrizio Masana. Unfortunately, misses 2 clear-cut chances, and then Hull come back the other way and do take advantage and take the lead. But right back, 1 minute following that goal, we come forward. Lacazette now with a chance. He looks to finesse it around Victor, and that is an unreal save from the keeper. So once again, we got 2 strikers that need to find their shooting boots if West Ham are planning on having any success the rest of the season. There's no doubt about that, as Chiante's header from a corner does go just wide. But 38th minute, now we hit Hull City on the counterattack. While they are sitting very deep, we look to cut them out with Marky Noble. Great pass with the outside, but he finds Lacazette running through. Can he finish it? He can. Alexander Lacazette That's the goal he's looking for. Finally, a goal from open play. Noble creates it. He dances inside of Alex Bruce and plays a lovely ball to the outside of his boot forward. That's the kind of pass that, early in Noble's career, people said maybe he made too many sideways and backwards passes. Now he's looking to go forward every time he's on the ball, and that's the kind of chances he can create. Lovely ball from the Cockney Perlo, Mark Noble, and a great finish from our French hitman, Alexander Lacazette. Now he's got 2-2 in the Premier League, and hopefully that will kick off his campaign. But another chance now as we come forward minutes later with Van der Veel. Dances around a couple of men, plays to the back post to Pjanic, and we should have scored yet again. We should have about 5 goals right now, but it's another fantastic free header that we're unable to put in the back of net. Lacazette, though, dancing around a couple of defenders, whips the ball in, and Masana gets a foot towards it, but he's not able to make contact. Lanzini's having to run onto the ball. Plays out wide to Van der Veel, is going to whip it in. Fortunately, it's blocked and comes to the feet of Mark Noble. Turns it inside to Pjanic. Out there in crossway, he's going to bang it! Similar to the goal he scored in real life against Crystal Palace in that kind of positioning, or Leicester City, excuse me, but unfortunately he's not able to put it in, as Pjanic also misses a chance here into the second half of the 58th minute. So chances left, right, and center. There's no doubt we should be winning this matchup, but it really depends. Will it come to fruition if we're able to do so? And Jack Butland, what's he doing? Finds himself in no man's land. The ball is turned in, but thankfully for us, the Hull City attacker was offside. Sonia Luco was found to be offside, and we do retain that 1-1 score line. Things stay all square, but will they stay square for longer? Diamante with a really good chance, and thankfully for us, Butland is equal to the task for once. But Hull City now with a clearance of the ball. Kiyate wins a header out wide to Christian Teo, who has literally just come on. If you looked at the substitutions, he's just come onto the pitch. He dances around a couple men, whips it in, and that's the impact that Christian Teo can create. He comes onto the pitch, and within 30 seconds, he's on the ball. He's skipped around his defender with his lovely dribbling and pace. He's played in a fantastic ball. Masana's got on the end of it, and it's actually going to go down as an own goal because the Hull keeper made the save and then flicked it back into the net with his own hand. So it will go down as an own goal. So you won't even see Teo's impact on the score sheet for that, but we know he made it. And then the bad errors get compounded as Victor plays around with the ball at the back. He was looking to kind of just boot it deep, but he takes one extra touch. Masana chases it down, and the youngster finally shows a bit of composure with the easiest goal he's ever going to score from 2 yards out. He has a completely wide open net. He's not going to miss from there. Simplest finish, cool, calm, and collected. Simple as you like. And we're up 3-1, and things look to be coming up Millhouse for us right now. Everything is positive, and we have that 3-1 advantage. Things have really turned on their head here. We have an advantage now to possibly make it 4-1. Teo with the ball out wide to Van der Veel, whips in towards Leandro Aldair, our young attacking midfielder, who's he's fantastic now. He's progressing so nicely. He's about 80 overall, but Van der Veel makes a horrendous error in the 86th minute to let Hull back into this matchup, and it's turned in by Robert Snodgrass. You'll watch the replay. Van der Veel, he goes to clear it off the line here as it's flicked on towards the goal, and he just gets absolutely nowhere with the ball. He puts it towards the line himself, to be honest, and then he gets nothing on the clearance, and Hull are able to cut our lead in half, and they look to come forward and possibly find an equalizer, but thankfully Butland is equal to the task, and we look to drill the match, put the nail in Hull City's coffin once again. Teo out wide to whip the ball and finds Aldair. He puts it on target, but it's a great save by the keeper. Will that come back to haunt us? Jefferson out wide. He whips the ball to Michael Dawson. Butland makes a fantastic save, but it will go out for a Hull City corner deep into stoppage time. We're in the 94th minute now, and it's Sonia Luco looking to whip in that cross to find somebody in the center of the park. He's looking for Huddleston, who gets his afro onto the ball, and we can't say anything about it. It's a great header, and it's absolute devastation. Coming off of that loss of Dybala, West Ham needed some kind of pick-me-up here, and they've just thrown away a 2-goal advantage late here in this match. Goals in the 86th and 94th minutes for Hull City to bring them back to the death, and it's devastation for our Hammers. Moose is surely not going to be happy. He's going to have an absolute talking to his team, and we'll listen in here in the changing rooms. That is a disgrace, boys. We have to be better. You can't be giving away points to Hull City if we want to be title challengers this season. We need it. We're going to have to come back stronger than ever, and I don't want to see a performance like that again. We need to have the mental focus week in and week out if we're going to win this title. So you can hear Moose ripping into his players. He wants that accountability, and he's going to force that out of them. But man of the match, Aaron Cresswell, 2 points from Masana, 1 from Marky Noble. But that's going to be it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like on this video. Let me know what you think of our injury crisis, and we'll see you next episode, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.